Welcome back to Sea of Thieves. Guys, we have a ton of awesome information to go down through, everything ranging from the microtransactions coming to the game involving pets, possible pet abilities, the Flying Dutchman, which unfortunately might not be what you are expecting, boss battles, new treasures, and some conceptual art for future updates coming to the game. Not everything is set in stone, but a great majority of it has some kind of backing in some way or another, so we're not going to be completely let down, I hope. As always, if you do enjoy Sea of Thieves and you want to see more in the future, leave a like on this video, and let's get into it. The first thing I want to tackle in this video is the Flying Dutchman and the myth around that. Where did the Flying Dutchman come from? Well, amazingly enough, this was just a bug within the game itself and an issue of the ship tracking and buoyancy and just a whole host of mechanical failures within the game that caused a bug where ships would fly away into the stratosphere and kind of just do their own thing. Now, since that has been discovered, however, there have been some amazing ideas from the community, such as certain treasures, like a new treasure, for instance, that you would find. If you headed aboard your ship, you would be chased by another ship, a ghost ship, a Flying Dutchman, which would be absolutely incredible in my mind. I'd love to see something like that. However, unfortunately, there is no Flying Dutchman per se in the game. It is just strictly a bug, and there has been no confirmation, as far as I know, from the developers of there ever being a Flying Dutchman in plans for the game. Fortunately, we do know that pets are coming to Sea of Thieves, and you guys probably already know all about the pets because I want pets, you want pets, everyone's mom wants pets. We just want pets already. Unfortunately, we won't see these until 3 months after the official launch of the game, roughly around that, and we're a little ways into that now, so we should be seeing them within the next month or so. I'm thinking it's about the next month or two-ish, maybe, if they get everything on track. Now, what pets will there be? There's going to be a cat, there's going to be a parrot, and there's going to be a monkey. And wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Sea of Thieves devs. I'd love to see a fox. That'd be amazing. A fox would be really nice. You know, that'd be cool. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see a fox. That'd be cool. But no, what can you do with these guys? Well, very little is known about the pets, unfortunately. They haven't said much about what your furry companions can do, or feathered companion in one case. We're not really sure. What we do know is that the parrot can be kept on your shoulder, and the cat will be a ship cat. You will keep it there, and I guess you and your friends can play around with it and just watch it be all adorable, piratey, catness, meowness. Yeah, that thingy, whatever you want to go. I went in a weird direction with that. Anyways, you get the idea. Animals on ships. Now, there's also talks, and some of the community is against this, actually. I don't really mind. I mean, it's a game, but the idea is there to be able to fire your pets out of cannons. I don't know what the point of even coding something like that would be. You would have to actually go into the game code and do that yourself. That would take time. Someone would have to be paid for the ability for us to like fire stuff out of cannons like that. Like a cat. Why would you want to fire a cat out of a cannon? What bonus do you have from that? There's not really much of anything you get as a bonus from firing your cat out of the cannon. Or the parrot, or the monkey. Maybe the monkey, because I mean, it could, you know, throw crap while it's flying past someone's ship. That'd be kind of cool. But otherwise, there's not really a bonus. Now, while we know they might not be able to attack things, which is more than likely, because I don't see why a pet would help you in combat like that, especially against skeletons. I mean, it's not going to really do much with those claws, kitty. Sorry about that. But the idea behind it, for me at least, would be to have a pet. So, one, aesthetically, you look better and more like a pirate with a nice lice-infected cat or something like that. And two, maybe these pets, maybe these animals will offer you something. Maybe they'll help you with, I don't know, getting better loot. Maybe having a cat means you have a better chance of getting better loot. Maybe having a monkey means you get more treasure too, or something like that. I mean, there are different things you can have. Maybe a parrot, for instance, you could have it fly every like 30 minutes and you would find a message in a bottle with that parrot. Or maybe it would find one for you. It would just fly off into the distance and come back after a while, and it would have a bottle for you with a message in it, and you could do the quest that way. That'd be a kind of cool idea. I'm not sure what else they could do with it, to be honest with you. I want to know what you think down below in the comment section. Let me know. Let's move into some other stuff. Now, I'm going to move into multiple points, so hold on to your buttholes because we are about to dive deep into the possibilities of Sea of Thieves. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, 1, Megalodons, 2, new ships, 3, ship concepts, 4, the developers have their own ship that you yourself should watch out for if you're playing the game currently, and 5, bosses in general. And I guess we'll close out on my thoughts of Sea of Thieves, if I think it's worth it, if I think you should buy the game, because I get this question a lot. So first and foremost, the Megalodon. People are saying, no way, this is not going to come to the game. Never going to come to the game. The Megalodon is just a creature that won't come to the game because insert reason here, 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 and here. Well, I hate to burst everyone's bubble that is being a negative Nancy about this, but I think, and you can quote me on this, and then I'm going to come back to all the non-believers, and I'm going to laugh in your face. They're going to add a Megalodon. Do you want to know why they're going to add a Megalodon? Because we have a Kraken. We have a freaking Kraken. If there is enough community feedback about a Megalodon, which everyone and their mom wants to see a gigantic shark in the form of a Megalodon, if there's that much community feedback for this, I can guarantee you they're going to listen to the fans of the game and add some kind of boss pertaining to sharks. Maybe they won't call it a Megalodon. Maybe it'll be some kind of like zombie bone cursed shark of the butthole of Davy Jones or something, but it's going to be a thing. I'm 99.9% sure of that. Now, there's going to be a content trailer coming out really soon from Rare. They've already announced this over on their Twitter, I believe, or somewhere online I saw this. And within the next couple of days when we get this, it's going to include the roadmap and all of the upcoming features. Now, I believe this is going to include pets along with a whole host of new things because the content we have right now compared to what the game should have given us for the AAA price tag really isn't there, unfortunately. Sorry, Rare. Not trying to down you or anything like that. Love the game. Love the concept. Don't like how much content we got. Now, ultimately, when it comes down to it, Megalodon, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to this video, and I'm going to point and laugh at all the non-believers because I seriously believe this Megalodon is going to happen. You're going to find information soon. You're going to find things that point towards the Megalodon being added. Next up, we move into ships. Right now, we have a very basic, bare-bones ship customization system and 2 ships we can choose from. I mean, it's nothing really to brag about. We get a small ship and a big ship, and that's basically it. And I've been thinking about this for ages, and I'm sure you at some point have thought about this as well, so I'm not some kind of genius or anything like that, obviously, but I believe in the future they're going to add maybe more custom ships and maybe some kind of like AAA, you are a grand pirate master, here is your amazing ghost ship of awesomeness and, you know, this and that. Technically, there's 3 ships. There's the ghost ship and then the 2 that we get to use in the game. Now, I would love for the ability to use something that is more towards the cursed side. I would love to see cursed ships enter the game for players to use. These guys have a crazy budget for their game. I'm sure they could make it happen. I would love to see more ship customization. I would love to see more ship concept art because I think that will really push the direction of the game and give us an idea of what we're going to be looking at. And it's not out of the realm of possibility because, like, we have skeletons, we have pirate lords, we have just horrible monstrosities at night. So who's to say some of us can't get lucky and get a ghost ship or some kind of cursed ship that has extra perks compared to our other ships that we see out there? I mean, I don't want ships that you just customize, you know, like a statue in front of it and maybe the sails and that's it. I want a ship where I can actually be a ghost pirate. Now, a little while ago on their Twitter account, they actually tweeted out an old concept for a keg ship. More or less, it's a ship, has 2 giant keg barrels underneath it, obviously a form of alcohol, and it's a bar-styled ship. I don't know if this is ever going to make it to the game. I don't know if this made it anywhere, Hell, I'm not even sure if this is 100% made by the developers or not. I know it was tweeted out on their official Twitter, so I would only come to the conclusion that it is official in some way, shape, or form. Actually, if I check down right now, yeah, right there, they actually had the concept on their Twitter, so I'm right. It is from them. They had a concept of a floating tavern, and I like the idea of this. The idea of a floating tavern in the game is it adds more of that, you know, like cartoonish, just, you know, you're here to have a good time, but you're also here to plunder the booty and do all of that stuff. And we also have to keep in mind, too, that I believe this game is made for a much younger audience. I mean, me, I'm not young. I'm ancient. I feel ancient, at least. How old am I? I'm in my 20s. I'm old at this point. I need a new hip. Anyone want to mail me one? I'll give you my P.O. box at the end of the video or something. But no, in all seriousness, this is really the only concept of a ship we have besides this ship right here, which is actually a developer ship. And if you see this sail, well, then you could probably go near them and say, hi, you know, what's up? How's the development process going? And this and that. More or less, they're probably going to be friendly if you see them. Don't know if their ship has anything special about it. Don't know if it's like unsinkable or something, or maybe it's a trap. Maybe they're trying to lure people in so they can be like, I got to plunder your butthole and take all your treasure, and, you know, oh, that's a crying chest. We're going to leave that with you and let it sink you while you're busy fighting us. More or less, you know, that could be a thing. But no, keep an eye out for their developer ship. I'm sure if you meet them, you might get something cool, or maybe you'll be able to talk to the developers in-game with voice chat. Let's talk about a certain hidden island that people have been finding recently. And if you look to the right of, I believe, the Twin Groves, you will actually find it as well. I think it's around the center of the map or around there. Now, the secret really isn't the island itself because it's fairly visible. No, the real secret comes in the form of what's under the water around the island. You see, there's a lot of mystery and a lot of stuff under the island, from shipwrecks to a weird, almost like altar spot where people have speculated maybe you could put down a treasure chest or a piece of treasure that matches the symbol that's under there, and it might trigger an event to happen. Now, whether or not that event could even happen, I don't know. I don't know if anyone has data mined it. I mean, I guess you could tell me in the comment section, or if you've seen it yourself and you've tried it yourself, well, you should definitely let me know. But if you do find the guts to venture down into the ocean and you swim through a cave system, which bring bananas with you because you will drown if you don't. But if you do that, you actually end up in a hidden cave. This hidden cave has a bunch of different items. There's some chests you can actually loot. There's different kegs. Maybe even treasure might spawn there. I'm not sure about it because I haven't been there myself, but I'm willing to bet something would spawn in there. You can also find some pretty cool books, and it's just a nice spot all around to hide and hang out, and if you want to have your little secret hideout. Now we move into the final question of Sea of Thieves. What's happening in the future? What are the updates going to be holding for us? And what on earth is happening with DLCs? Well, actually, on this article right here, they state that as a game, they will not be releasing DLCs. You see, the company itself realizes that launching a DLC for a game may cause separation within the community and issues all around. They're better off just giving the game updates and, well, major updates, I guess, for free, so people that want to buy the base game can buy the base game and not have to worry about DLC packs or, you know, hey, Tom, do you have the DLC I've got? No, you don't? Oh, I guess we can't do this together. And stuff like that, more or less. What they're going to do instead of offering us DLCs, which I really don't want to see DLCs in Sea of Thieves anyways, because I'm going to give you my thoughts on that at the very end. And if my personal opinion even matters to you, you're going to know what I think of the game and if you should buy it if you haven't bought it yet. But enough about that. They're going to be moving towards microtransactions instead for cosmetics, not really gameplay-wise or anything that'll be like you pay to win and then, you know, like, oh, I bought a brand new ship and it has 21 cannons that automatically fire and now I can destroy any ship. No, it doesn't work like that. Cosmetics as in, like, maybe items, pets, maybe some skins for your ship, but I mean, ultimately, I feel like cosmetics for me and how things are treated in games, you don't really look that cool when you pay to get a cool item. I mean, it feels way better to have a cool captain's outfit because you did something that the other person didn't, which was put a lot of time and effort into the game to get to where you are. I feel like that is where the true value is going to always rest. Anyone can spend $5 on a fancy pirate hat, but only a couple people will be able to spend months getting the experience required or the items required to create a cool, bone skeleton hat or something like that. So I don't think microtransactions are really going to affect the game in a negative way. DLC content as well should not be coming to the game because I don't see a viable reason or way for them to even add a DLC. They will be adding daily and weekly events on the roadmap really soon, which we will see in a couple days, I believe. And then from there, we will be able to see the missions we can do and get special bonuses for doing said community event missions and different stuff like that. Going more into the pet system, one of the first major features on its way to Sea of Thieves is a pet system, which has been openly addressed by Rare leading to the launch. It is on track for the game's first major update. This will give pirates the opportunity to have furry companions on the seas. Pets are being pitched as an interactive element of the game, expanding on the game's social element. These will be interactable and visible to fellow crew members, but won't influence core gameplay. Pets will be the first instance of in-game monetization as an optional cosmetic upgrade to pirates wanting to stand out. Although pricing hasn't been discussed, expect those to cost a few dollars each, which, I mean, realistically isn't that bad. Now, whether or not they will have their own perks, I mean, who am I to say? Who are you to say? Who is anyone to say? In all honesty, we can speculate. I can speculate. You can speculate. We can think of like different personality traits for them. Maybe they'll do small, minor things for you that help in the long run, but ultimately they probably won't ever make it so those pets can do something that's significant. New merchants and trading companies are expected to hit Sea of Thieves 2 beyond the trio currently found in the game. With each trading company offering its own unique quest types, new companies will likely bring new activities to partake in. So ultimately, I guess that's going to be more ways to get gold and more ways to expand what you have in the way of cosmetics, which I'm sure they will be adding new cosmetics as well in the future. Now, my thoughts on Sea of Thieves, for those of you that even care, to be honest with you, because I mean, I'm just a nobody on the internet. I'm a professional idiot as far as I'm concerned. But for those of you who care about my opinion, Sea of Thieves came with a very steep price tag, and I think we all had very high expectations. Now, the thing about this is that we could have paid $20 and gotten the same content, and then that content be very buggy, and then them not have the funding for future updates and continue moving forward. So I get the idea of the premium price tag with all of the advertising and hype that went around this game. I do feel like we were baited in a sense where that's funny. A YouTuber talking about baiting. I feel like we were baited to an extent where we don't really have that much content. Ultimately, what we do is we recycle what we've been doing already, except as we progress through the game, we kind of get into this cycle of like, we do the quest, get the reward, level up, do a better quest, get a better reward, level up, do an even better quest, get a better reward, and then level up and continue on, so on and so forth. And that seems to be the general stance. It's a very repetitive cycling motion. And another thing is that I feel like this is more targeted towards a younger audience because kids especially don't mind repeating the same stuff over and over and over. And some adults too. I don't mind it to an extent, but I find myself getting bored very, very fast. Now, Sea of Thieves is a bit of an exception because you always get like that one lucky chest that makes you want to push even more and be like, I want to get another awesome, cool chest and make lots of gold and all that stuff and, make my pirate look cool. I mean, that's, I guess it's up to your own opinion. As far as the price tag, I agree and disagree, ultimately. The price tag they have on the game with the copies they've sold, it means they can fund the game, they can fund the team, they can put cool updates in, they can give us the content that we want, whereas versus if we all paid $20 per, we would have had the content we got, and there was no real security as to future updates of the game, or Rare as a company coming out with any new products for us to check out. We got a product that was lacking in content, but I would argue extremely high in quality, minus the server launch issues where we were getting kicked out of the servers and having issues connecting. We got a product ultimately that was very, very high in quality. The sounds were good, the gameplay mechanics were good, the ships were good. There were very few major issues with the game other than the servers going down. So keep in mind, we got a very high quality, everything functioning product for the price that we paid, compared to us paying $20, not getting all the content we wanted, and I guess more or less having more bugs and stuff like that too. So I mean, there's two sides to every story. Would I rebuy Sea of Thieves? For me personally, I would, yes, buy Sea of Thieves again, but that is a very, very slim yes, because there's still not that much content in the game. Meeting a Kraken's cool. You're gonna have moments where you're playing the game and you're gonna find a clue and you're gonna show a map to a wall and suddenly the ground's gonna shake, the walls are gonna light up, and it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for you where you just get this rush of like, oh my god, what's happening? Oh my god, you're gonna look around. This happened to me a couple weeks ago when they first launched, and it was the coolest experience ever in a game. It was so cool and so immersive, and then you're trying to find the clues and you're running around with your friends panicking because you're getting attacked randomly. It's really cool, but it also gets boring fast when it's this repetitive. Guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I noticed some other content creators making Sea of Thieves videos, and I'm not the best. I will admit that first and foremost. I probably got some information wrong, but I feel like you guys do deserve some quality when it comes to the update videos, and I tried to raise the bar a little bit just for you because I know there's been a lot of disappointment lately with some of the creators covering the game and stuff like that. So that's more or less my stance on it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it either way. Let me know your thoughts down below on everything you have learned about Sea of Thieves in this video. Leave a like if you want me to continue covering Sea of Thieves and the updates that come to the game. Megalodon is coming. You mark my words. I will see you in the next video.